Hi guys, welcome back to Tigre Aitana. My name is Abby, and today we're going to be doing our weekly chakra healing video. And I'm kind of excited because this week is a little bit different. I feel like Mercury just went into Pisces, and next week when we come back, Mercury will officially be in its pre-shadow phase. Because it will be going retrograde really soon, and so we're going to be seeing a lot of stuff happening with the way we communicate, our creativity, dream work. So Mercury is a planet of communication and how you communicate your thoughts, conscious thoughts specifically. But Pisces is ruled by Neptune, which is the subconscious mind. So that's dreams, things that are a little bit more spiritual than usual. This is gonna be like kind of when Mercury was in Scorpio in the fall time, in the winter fall time last year, but a little bit less heavy but more dreamy. Also, yes, we will be doing this video in a lingerie because it's Valentine's Day week, so why the hell not? Also because this morning I had placed an order on Savage X Fenty, and I'm really excited to get it. This is not from Savage X Fenty though, but I will be doing a like haul so you guys can see it, like what I got, because it's like this is one of the treat yourselves type of times for me, because why not? I actually treat myself a lot, that's why I travel a lot, so you can judge me for that if you want to. But yeah, so with Mercury going into Pisces, there's going to be a lot of stuff happening to our communication. People might really misunderstand us a lot because illusions will come into play. Like, that's the energy that is going to be brought up. Like, something would have been said, then now it's like, wait, why didn't you saw what I meant? Like, there's going to be a lot of that happening. I hope you guys are ready for it. There's going to be some confusion. I can see some people not using the energy properly because, you know, we're humans. But for the most part, hopefully is a good week and a good Mercury and Pisces. We'll see. But I can see some people really struggling verbally during this time. I can also see a lot of people creatively having a really good time. Music, writing, songs specifically, lots of love songs, inspiration, like a lot of stuff coming through, lots of ideas musically. So there's maybe some albums that could be brought up during this time that will be created or some sort for the rest of the year, who knows. But there's a lot of creativity during this time, so use energy wisely. But we're going to get started. I do have the Akashic Records open. So what is our blockage for our root chakra this week? That came out really fast. What's our blockage for our root chakra this week? The first card out is the Queen of Wands, and this Oshun. For reals though. What is the blockage in our root chakra? What is the blockage? Okay. Oh no, I know which card this is. Oh. So definitely some Oshun energy. There is some of you guys are not going to be enjoying the times, enjoying the week. There's some blockage here when it comes to our divine. Didn't I tell you how to do self-love work last week? Why are we talking about this week? There's some people are not gonna be having pleasure this week. There's like a kind of a blockage of I don't have time, or it really does feel like it's an I don't have time type of thing though. Like I just feel like some people are like, I don't have time for that right now, I have mad things to do, but there's kind of, but this is a will thing, this is a willpower thing. You don't have time for yourself, you don't have time for your self-care, you don't have time for your divine feminine energy. So and it's funny because the bottom of the deck for that was literally this. So this is literally like Oshun vibes, like pleasure vibes. So I do recommend some of you guys work with her this week, which is funny because I was because the moon is in Taurus. So let's start by saying that the moon is in Taurus right now, and the moon is exalted as Taurus. Is one of the best moons. It's probably the best moon. I love Taurus moons, but I always like do a lot of work with Oshun during Taurus moons. So today I'm actually gonna do a carved candle for her, I like bought the supplies, they were already there. I've just been waiting for that Taurus moon to come around. So it's kind of interesting that this kind of comes up now. And I just got my nails did, and I did like the little honey yellow stick because they just look so cute. So it's interesting that some people are struggling with this Oshun energy. She's been coming up for me hard like all year, so I'm not struggling with this, but why y'all struggling with this? She's one of the easiest, well, I can't say easiest. Some people really do have a hard time tapping into their self-love work and their like pleasure, and like there's a lot of trauma there, so I can't say easiest. For me, it's easy, especially as a Leo rising. That's why you're getting glam dabby today. But it's, some people do struggle with this, and some people might dismiss it this week based on, I don't have time, I have stuff to do, I have, you know, my glow up will happen later or something like that. Like, as if you don't live in the moments for some reason. There's just a lack of willpower there, which is really, really stupid. Because even though socially, I know this week is Valentine's Day week, even though socially we celebrate Valentine's Day, some people hate it, people love it. Some people hate it if they're single. Most of the time, people who hate it are the ones that are single. People who are coupled, usually if they don't not like it, is because they have to buy a whole bunch of stuff where they feel like it's kind of like Christmas but for love or something. So that has nothing to do, it shouldn't have anything to do with other people. You should feel good regardless of the day, regardless of the week, even though there's social pressures to highlight pleasure. You shouldn't kind of like just dismiss the whole entire like energy vibe, because usually when society comes together to feed one type of energy at once, it's kind of like, wait, the one energy that's being focused on unconsciously, subconsciously, would be love, right? Pleasure, feeling good, like smelling good, all of these different things. So it's like, how are you practicing that with yourself specifically? Not necessarily other people, because other people shouldn't really matter as much, but how are you practicing it with yourself? How do you feel comfortable? Do you feel hot? Do you feel sexy? Do you feel like you're like 100% you? Do you feel like you're still kind of integrating certain parts of yourself and you haven't gotten to the full-blown like I'm boss, I'm like all this stuff, like feeling fully 100% comfortable? But a lot of those questions that need to get answered have to do with doing the work. Self-love work is work. That's why the word work is at the end of that. How can we best heal our root chakra this week? It's really funny that that's our root this week. That's just, it's just really funny. Okay, how can we best heal our root chakra this week? How can we best heal our root chakra this week? I hate you guys. Okay, so we have the Hierophant, which is a card of Taurus. And what moon did I say we were in? Oh, right, that's right. Taurus. And then we have the Magician, which is Mercury. So this is really, like, I feel like some of you are going to have to do some spell work. Specifically, maybe under this Taurus moon, would actually be really nice to do some of this stuff. And I'm actually going to post a video. It's kind of hilarious that this is happening. I'm going to post a video right after this. I'm going to be, because I promised you guys I was going to do a love spell for yeah, so we're going to do it. And that's going to be the next video after this, so you guys are going to see it. But, and you guys, it's a very flexible love spell, so you can ask for whatever you want, but we got to do some of this stuff. Because, yeah, out of control, apparently. It really goes back to, again, power, self-mastery, in order for you to have your balanced root chakra, because this is a very much an earthy card. Taurus is an earth sign. In order for you to have a balanced root chakra, it really has to come back to making sure you're on your boss level. And a lot of the time, the Magician, this is really what it is. Like, when you're in your divine feminine, like you have it locked in, this is really what it looks like, because you're able to really manifest really clearly from that space. So some people might think of it as like a masculine, like, oh my god, so in control, so in your power and stuff, but that's what it looks like in all reality. And it really has to do with getting yourself clear, making sure you're using what you know, what makes you feel good, what are the downloads that you've been getting. Especially last week, I feel like so much stuff happened last week with me. Like I've changed so much within 1 week. It feels really weird, and it's really, I've just been integrating it. And I feel like some of you guys are kind of integrating the mental downloads that you've gotten and kind of grounding them and aligning yourselves with it, so you can actually follow some sort of routine for yourself in order for you to follow these things. And that's really what it comes down to. It's like, hey, so let's evaluate what you need, what's up, what's happening, what you can do better, how you've been feeling. Like, let's really evaluate this with this Magician card, so we can actually play our role and be aligned with who the fuck we are. Like, it's just really, that's what it is. What is blocking our sacral chakra this week? Okay, we're gonna have a conversation. Hold on. What's blocking our sacral chakra this week? What is blocking our sacral chakra this week? Okay. Okay. So we have the 9 of Cups, and then the Page of Cups is blocking our sacral space. So some of y'all really want to be like either in a thing, not necessarily in a full-blown relationship, but more like in a flirtatious situation, in a, you know, something fresh, something new, something that's not stagnant and boring and old, and like we're just done with the old, and we're kind of wanting something new. Some of you guys may be blocking this energy from coming into your life. Some of you may be just craving it really bad. And the way it's blocking your sacral space is because you're not kind of letting it manifest. You're just kind of like, you're not allowing yourself to really be, again, it goes back to that self-love work and like being your best self, and then allowing this to come in. It's mostly like there's just a kind of frustration as to why it's not there, and it's just like, oh, like this is that, oh my god, everybody's gonna be doing stuff and like all this stuff on Valentine's Day. This is the hate that it gets. This is what it looks like when it's in a blockage for this week. Some of you guys need to do a lot of self-love work, because y'all need to realize that in order for you to even meet somebody, y'all need to like be good with yourselves first. And that's really what it is. It's in a way, it's kind of telling you, like, the universe is kind of saying, hey, you're kind of blocking yourself from getting this because you're not like this. And because you're blocking yourself from feeling like this, from being all your cups in a row, all your stuff in a row, everything aligned, you're not getting to this point because nothing fresh can come in when you still like holding on to this negativity. Like, there's no way you're gonna get there. So how can we best heal? How can we best heal the sacral space this week? Okay. See, you're gonna have to kind of process one of the cups, and see how the Magician came out in the root chakra? Yeah, that was on purpose. So one of the ace that comes up for the sacral chakra is the Ace of Cups, and that really has to do with processing your emotional state. How have you been feeling? I guess that's gonna be the question for this week. How have you been feeling? You're gonna have to constantly check yourself and say really like, hey, you know, well, I've kind of feel like I need this. Maybe I've been kind of questioning myself about this. Maybe there's something that I needed to change or do different. Like, I feel like I've been stuck doing one thing so much. And you know what? That's the energy that Aquarius brings ultimately, because Aquarius is always like, upgrade yourself. Like, upgrade. This is just like, hey, upgrade yourself. You need to be better. You need to be a better you. Like, get off your high horse. This is why this is in reverse. Get off your damn high horse, and actually feel what you're feeling, and then make changes from what you're feeling in order for you to actually be like, come out of Aquarius season feeling kind of refreshed. Like, you have an iPhone and you just download the brand new software update and you can now run smoothly. That's really what it is. Like, you are kind of refreshed and you're able to like, okay, I'm open to anything. Instead of it being like, oh, I'm bitter about everything, I'm open to everything. Just changing the narrative, changing the perspective. Okay, so for the solar plexus, what is blocking our solar plexus this week? What is blocking our solar plexus? Okay. Alright, okay. Yo, everybody's mad. Everybody's mad this week. Okay, so we have the 3 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. Why? Okay, for my people. Okay, so I guess there's 3 different type of people going on. Some of you guys may all resonate with each chakra as far as why it's blocked. Some of you, it might just be 1 or 2. But for this is really about like, some of y'all is bitter. Some of y'all are looking at like okay, I'm getting that some of you are looking at things that were promised to you as far as like happily ever after stuff that was promised to you, and I talked about this week, that hasn't like showed through, like you haven't pentacleized it into the physical realm yet, and so it's still like not there, and or both. Some of you are actually bitter that other people, your friends and whoever you see out here, kind of has this foundation already, and you're kind of questioning yourself why you are not in that place, and you're actually blocking yourself, because this isn't a blockage. So you're blocking yourself from this because your willpower is shot from your root chakra, because as we stated before, you are not focusing on this. If you yourself are not willing to give yourself the time to be like aligned with yourself and reevaluating, and this is again what Aquarius season brings. It brings fresh energy. It's air. You're mentally having to upgrade your thoughts and say, okay, you know what, I used to do this before, I used to date like this before, maybe I'll try this, maybe I'll give this a shot, maybe I've never dated this person before, I'll just say yes to that person, maybe I'll try. It's really about reevaluating how you get to this end goal right here, and that has to do with what you're working towards and the seeds that you plant. And you know, sometimes when you build something, and this is really the energy of this, sometimes when you're building something with this Three of Pentacles, and you've been working towards something steadily, you planned it out, you did all these things, you kind of dismiss the fact that you need to like kind of make changes here and there in order for you to get to the end goal of it all. You kind of need to be like, okay, maybe I need to change, like if this is an actual building, let's use this example, if this is an actual building, maybe I should change the material, maybe I should paint it a different color, maybe the design should be a little bit different, maybe this works a little bit better, maybe the sunlight hits it this way a little bit better. Like there's in the moment kind of changes, even though you have an overall plan, which again, energy, Capricorn energy, long-term plans, we don't always like specifically microscopically decide what it is that we want and go. We're just like, okay, well, this is what I want to be stable, I want to have a house, but we don't say we want the house to be pink with 5 stories or something. Like we don't get that technical, because things need to develop over time. The fruit will grow from the root, from the ground, in a certain angle. It's not just going to be like straight the way you want it to. It's going to turn, it's going to lean over, it's going to do its own thing, but it's the fruit that you want at the end, no? And that's really what it is with the solar plexus. It's like you need to watch the way things develop. You need to do the work on yourself, make sure you're stable and good, you being the foundation of all these seeds in the first place. And then you need to move your willpower from that and allow yourself to grow and integrate new things. It can't just be like stagnation nation. Like, my guy, how can we best heal our solar plexus this week? How can we best heal? I'm gonna just shake my head, yeah. How can we best heal our solar plexus this week? Okay. Hold on, because this just jumped out. Hold up, let me pick this up real quick. Okay, so the first card that jumped out was the sun. And y'all know the sun rules Leo, and y'all know that Leo rules the solar plexus chakra. And so y'all need some sunlight. All this light that, and all these like revelations that you have been getting about yourself, about life, about where you're going, about your destination, and literally everything, all the revelations, all the downloads, and the messages that you've been getting from here and there, everywhere, you need to still allow them to integrate in a way that is not shutting you in, but is actually letting you shine. Not necessarily like if you know something's coming, and I keep telling people this for some reason last week. I've been actually telling people this for a while now. I'm like, first of all, because I've had friends that I just have to sit with them and I just be like, listen, first of all, you know this is coming. You know this is coming because you know, like you've gotten visions, you've gotten messages from people that don't even know you, from everywhere. The universe has sent you these messages from everywhere. You know this is coming. Astrologically, it's there. It's everywhere. Like you know this is coming. So why are you still struggling with it? Why are you allowing yourself to struggle with it? If you know you're going to have $1 million in 2 years, Are you going to struggle in the same way? How does that mentally change like your direction? And that's really what it is. It's like, hey, end goal, I'm still gonna be happy. My ego still needs to be healthy, and my willpower needs to be strong. I need to move from a place of joy, absolute joy. And that's really what that is. And we got 3 more cards for y'all. We have the Moon in reverse, the Page of Pentacles, and the 2 of Swords. And this is really talking about those seeds. First of all, those revelations that come up for you, the downloads that I just said, the downloads that you have been getting, those seeds that you've planted, the things that you're working towards, it really has to do with not blocking your intuition, understanding that yes, you've received these messages from literally everywhere at this point, from literally everywhere, but understanding that you cannot block your intuition and see growth at the same time, because you've obviously planted these things. So looking back down at the root chakra, why are you not stable? Why are you allowing your willpower to work against you here? Why does it need to hinder you? Why does it need to be so bad that you can't even be happy? Like all your cups are not in a row. Like you have to be struggling all the time. Why do you have to be struggling all the time? Why do you have to feel like you have to struggle all the time? Why does life seem like it needs to be like that for you? Like, why do you need to feel like you're struggling all the time? Like you have to be challenged all the time. And I get it, my cardinal signs out there, y'all need a little adobo here and there, y'all need a little sazon, but sometimes you just need to allow something to be good, the energy to be good, for you to just treat yourself good, for you to just feel good. And there's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't have to be all like gloomy, dark. You always have to be thinking about something. You always have to like be just in this gloomy place. Like this is a very much a, you know, sometimes the night has its time, but the sun has its time too. You need to give both enough time. And right now, the one thing that's not getting time is the sun. You have not given this enough time. And when the sun is out is when we do most of our work. So while at night we do all the contemplation and we think all the revelations come through, we get it, we dream, we access the subconscious mind, because that is the card of Pisces. But during the day, we need to allow ourselves to be happy, to be present, to allow these seeds to show, not to like block ourselves out night and day. Like it can't look like this. It needs to be balanced. It needs to be balanced. Like you need to be, and this is exactly why your willpower is blocked, because there's too much kind of darkness going on, and there's just like nothing happening. It just feels like stagnation, but like you're using the excuses of like I'm too busy, but there's still like you're allowing stagnation to just stay, and it's just really weird. So what is blocking our heart chakra this week? Blocking our heart chakra this week. Okay. I told y'all some of y'all were mad. Okay, so the 10 of Swords and the 4 of Wands. So there is something, I mean, I shouldn't be surprised. There's mad people every year that's always bitter about the damn Valentine's Day, because they're not partnered up, they're not coupled up, and they're all beating themselves up because they're not there and all that stuff and whatever. See, the thing is that things only hurt if you really let them. And I know that kind of sounds stupid to say, because there's some things that like you can't help but allow it to hurt you, but you see how the word allow is there. It's really about perspective, and that's what the Swords are really talking about here, is perspective. Your mind. Why are you seeing it this way? Why do you need to be bitter about it? It goes back down to questioning yourself. Like if you cannot enjoy the essence of love in any form, or other people being happy in this space, in that energy, what does that say about you? Because that's just really bitter. And when you're bitter, you block your own energy, you block your own blessings, you block your willpower, you end up not trusting people, you're just like it's like almost like society pressures you to be to just be like down about it. But the part of society that beats you up about it is really you. Because it's almost like you can't be a part of this kind of grand scheme of things, even though like it's a very private thing that happens between people. It's just that people kind of acknowledge it, and it's just like, hey, did you forget that during literally the rest of the year people are also in relationships? It's not just now. So there's just like a bitterness in the heart chakra this week. It's just like, I don't have this, and it hurts and it sucks, and it's like, and it is, but like, why are you like, it's a choice. This is a choice, just so you guys know. How can we best heal our heart chakra this week? How can we best heal our heart chakra this week? How can we best heal our heart chakra this week? Okay, hold on. So we got two sevens. So say hello to Yamaya, my loves. So, and that's actually funny because the magician is a leg one, the root chakra, so that's interesting. But we got 2 sevens for how to best heal your heart chakra this week. And this really has to do with letting your intentions grow. And if you set the intention for somebody to come in, or for you to fall in love, or for you to be your soulmate, your twin flame, blah, 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 insert said lover here. If you set that intention, letting that just grow. Again, talking about the seed and the way it's going to grow, and not being mad that it's growing this way instead of, oh, you wanted to be up here already, you wanted to look a certain color, a certain way, you have a whole dissertation about how it should be, all of these things that you let your mind just run with. You're like, it's literally like, watch your thoughts about it. Check yourself when you're having these thoughts about the seeds that you've planted, because you're doing yourself a disservice by questioning it this much, by mentally like frustrating yourself to the point that it's blocked this bad. It's just like, no, nothing's coming in. Like, this is not, it's, you can't have this because you're not ready. And you need to make yourself ready by making sure you have this balanced out, these two energies balance out. Yes, you can think about it, you can mentally focus on the manifestation of it, but how are you doing that? Are you doing that negatively? Are you doing that positively? Are you focusing, are you using these swords to practice self-love, self-care, give others love to others, your friends, your family, whoever? Are you letting think, are you using, now that Mercury is in Pisces, are you going to be manifesting it visually, dream work? Like, how are you doing this? How are you bringing this in? How are you calling, are you scripting? What are you doing? How are you calling this energy into your life? And how are you overusing or underusing these energies? Because there's a balanced way of using these, and there's just a overuse and an underuse of these energies. So really, it's about balance. And you know how I know it's about balance? Because the bottom of the deck was Justice. You know, you can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. But seriously, you guys need to just check yourselves. Like, you are your own kind of parent in this. You need to check yourself and really say, okay, wait, no, I'm doing the most right now. Let me chill. like, let me just stop. Let me, like, Bay's on his way. Like, let me just chill. So what is blocking our third eye? No, I'm sorry, throat chakra this week. Blocking our throat chakra this week. What is block? Okay, so some of you guys have not let go of whoever y'all needed to let go of, so do that. I'm gonna keep that one simple because y'all driving me crazy, but I'm not repeating myself. Let it go, like the song. Let it go. I'm gonna best heal our throat chakra this week, and it has to be like a verbal thing. Like, you need to verbally let it go. Verbally state it to the universe, your journal, whatever. Like, write it down, burn the paper. How to best heal that? Verbally. I said that though, right? Verbally. You take that sword, one of these swords, and you cut yourself out of the situation. You verbally say what the fuck needs to say. You burp. That's what y'all getting for the throat chakra. What is blocking our third eye chakra this week? Blocking our third eye chakra this week. Okay. We have the Two of Wands and the Queen of Cups. This is also Yamaya, by the way. So again, it's kind of, I kind of just, I hate repeating myself, but this really has to do with, y'all know what's coming. Why do I have to keep telling you guys? You guys know what's coming. You guys seen it. You've divined it. Again, the messages and the confirmations, the synchronicities have come in many forms. And it's not going to be all shown to you. A lot of it's going to be shown to you in pieces, but you know the end goal. You've seen the middle, some of the middle stuff. You've seen it. Okay, you know, but you need to let it. Like, there's kind of a doubting of your intuition this week that is actually really bad and a hindrance for you to do, and you need to make sure that you don't do it this week, because it's like Mercury went into Pisces. You don't need to confuse your intuition more, because Pisces, hello, all the water signs rule intuition. So the more water that comes into the chart, and when you start trusting your intuition less, the bigger problems you're going to have later, because there's going to be like times where your intuition will be speaking to you, and because you did not listen, you're going to be like, oh man, I knew I should have done that, but I didn't. And then it's just going to be like, you're going to be mad at yourself, and you already don't need to be mad at yourself, because we already stated that your self-care routine ain't working. So y'all need to trust in what's coming. Trust in the changes. Trust in the shifts. Trust in the shifts. Emotionally, specifically, intuitively, spiritually, what your body is telling you, what your spirit, like, just trust in the shifts. Because it's almost like you saw, but you believe, but like you don't believe because you're not there yet. Like, you know, it's not the time for you to be there yet. So it's just like, guy, makes sense. Makes sense, please. How can we best heal our third eye this week? Ooh. I can't stand y'all. I can't stand guys. So we have the Four of Cups in reverse and the Three of Swords in reverse. So again, we need to remove the bitterness from the situation. We also need to remove what we've been doing to ourselves when it comes to love, when it comes to how we feel, when it comes to, like, let's say, like, intuitively you've been getting a whole lot of messages, like, it's just been coming in, but for some reason all you've been doing with it is just literally stabbing yourself mentally, like, oh my god, wait, but like, I saw it, I know I saw it, I got a vision, I had a dream, I know that it's coming, but it's not here yet, like, oh my god, but why is it not here yet? It's just like a constant, like, rattling of trying to make your intuition make sense. I can see a lot of people who are kind of newish, or like just starting, not just starting, but let's say you've just been working with your intuition for like a year or something like that, kind of struggling with this because you haven't learned how to completely trust yourself for some whatever reason. And it's just like a, oh my god, but I know, like, but they said, I know, and I had it, and I felt it, and I knew it, and oh my god, and like, all of that needs to stop. That's how you heal your third eye this week. You need to trust in the process. You need to trust in your process. You need to trust in all the messages that you've been getting, because all you're doing is blocking yourself this week. You know what's coming. Hold on to that. Hold on to that. Leave it alone. Let it come the way it might. Let it surprise you. Like, first of all, who wants to know exactly the way all the time? Let it surprise you. Okay, what is blocking your crown chakra this week? What is blocking our crown? What is blocking our crown chakra this week? Can't stand y'all. I said it. I can't stand y'all. Five of Pentacles and the King of Cups. So okay. You guys can't do both. I just want you to understand. I get that, I mean, that's the thing. The King of Cups in combination with the Five of Pentacles, it's almost like a contradictory kind of energy, because the King of Cups has mastered his emotional state. He knows how to navigate his ocean, his waters. a lot of awareness, a lot of like, okay, well, this is my limit. Like it's a knowing, master intuition, spiritual, all the things. But with this, it's like the one thing that the King of Cups for in this form, because the King of Cups can have it all at this point, master manifester, by the way. But in this, with this combination, it's almost like you feel like you have it all, but you don't have the one thing that you want. And so you think you still this, even though you're not, because the King of Cups will not be doing this. This is not stuff that King of Cups does, by the way. This lonely, trying to be down, trying to keep it down, super depressed situation thing does not, you are not the master of your universe right now. I'm sorry. And this is why I feel like the way this reading is set up this week is very much like a check you, like, wait, you think you're cute, you think you're in your power, you think you're like the boss, but you actually is a hot mess. Because while you think a certain thing about yourself, or while you feel like you're so in control and all these things, you're actually really, really sad, really depressed, very bitter, very alone, and actually letting it get to you in a way that you actually can't manifest anything that you would like to. Lords of the Records are being very direct today. But hey, you know, just being fair. Just being fair. They're just being fair. I'm just saying. Maybe best healer crown chakra this week. Maybe best healer crown chakra this week. Yo, I'm mad. Oh my god. Okay. Yo, bro. Oh my god. Okay. We have the Four of Swords and the Eight of Wands in reverse. So the universe is not only telling you to sit the fuck down and meditate. Some of y'all need to meditate for sure. But not only is the universe telling you to sit the fuck down, but it's telling you to slow the fuck down, because you are you are expecting this to manifest faster than it needs to come in. Some things needs to shift in a certain alignment in order for them to come in. Because what if the person that you're supposed to end up with is, I don't know, just left their ex and they still need to process that before they can feel comfortable and open to even meeting you and stuff like that? Like, do you actually think about that scope, or are you just so hell-bent on thinking, oh my god, like, I'm supposed to end up with this person I saw and I know it, that you're just like holding on to that? You can't even think about what that person, what that situation could even be going through in order to get to you in a healthy way, because the universe is not trying to set you up for failure, but you want it to set you up for failure for some reason, and the universe is just saying, you need to sit the fuck down. You need to slow down. You need to wait for this to come in the way it's going to come in. This is not the time. First of all, especially with Mercury going to Pisces, it's just not the time. And you know what? Some people will be struggling with this energy. With Mercury going into Pisces, some people will be struggling with this energy. But look, bottom of the deck. Page of Wands, Six of Cups, the Emperor. That's Aries energy. So you might see some changes coming. Like, if you actually use the energy properly, you might see that once Aries season comes in, it just shifts the whole year, because that's the end. Like, Pisces ends the astrological year, and then Aries comes in and it's like boop, fresh energy. And so what do we have? The new opportunities where, I'm sorry, wait, hold on, let me move this for y'all. I want people in the back. New opportunities where? This soulmate level, family level shit. So why are you rushing? Take your time. Do your damn tax returns. Meditate. Cut the bullshit that you need to cut out. Say what you need to say. Oh my god, I've been singing that to one of my friends whose actually name is Say. I love her so much. So every time I see her, I just be like, say what you need to say, because that's the only John Mayer song I can actually listen to. But no, some of y'all need to say what you need to say. Some of you guys need to come back into your power, do some self-love work. Some of you guys need to stop being bitter. There's a lot of, like, and I know I'm being harsh with y'all this week, but it's just because, see, my Venus is an Aquarius, okay? What I do naturally is take myself away from the situation and really look at it so I can really tell you guys what the fuck you're doing wrong, and this is what you're doing wrong. Self-love work is not there. You is not the boss of your damn universe right now. You need to get there though. Check yourself before you wreck yourself, okay? Literally, check yourself before you wreck yourself. That is really, literally the message of this week. Wait to see how things are going to develop. Trust your intuition. Trust in the messages that you received. Be patient. Go with the flow. I'm just giving you all the messages that are coming. Go with the flow. Let things come as they may. Do not rush them. Plant your seeds and let them grow. Leave them alone. Water them. Use this water energy instead of worrying about these damn seeds that you planted. Okay? You just water them. You know when to water them. King of Cups should know when to water them. Okay, he's the king of the water. He knows when to water them. Go water them. Leave it the fuck alone. That's it. That's it. That's this week's reading. But I will be pulling 2 oracle cards for y'all because I'm feeling extra like sending y'all love because this reading was so like slashy. Listen, it's all tough love. It's all tough love. All of it. All of it is tough love. But it's like, it's necessary. If my Venus is in Aquarius and I'm literally supposed to be helping you guys upgrade, a part of my Venus in Aquarius like energy, I'm supposed to help you guys upgrade because for some reason some of y'all can't see, like disconnect to see, and that's literally what Aquarius does. So some of y'all are just too busy like, and I'm like, yeah, but you know what you're doing though. So it's a blessing in disguise, I will tell you that much. Definitely a blessing in disguise to see things in a different perspective, but it's necessary. It's always necessary. Ooh, okay. Y'all playing around. Hold on. Okay. Wow. Bottom of the deck is bodies of water. Feeling a certain type of way. First card out. It's unconditional love. Love yourself. Why do I do readings? Love yourself, others, in every situation, no matter what the outward appearances might be. For my bitter people in the back, listen. Oh my God, who did I say was coming out this whole time? Yeah. Important doors are opening for you now. Walk through them. Can't make this shit up. And it's funny because she rules a home space, so this is the next card that came out. Home, your household situation is improving either through a move or a healthy change of occupants. Also, pay attention to your fourth house this week astrologically. See what is moving through there right now, because I feel like a lot of you guys, especially because we got so much water energy, especially with Yamaya because she rules the 4th house. That's that Cancer energy. Pay attention to your fourth house. What's happening there? What's transiting there? I feel like some people are going through some home stuff that is kind of disabling certain things, but at the same time, this is the house of the soul. So I feel like there's definitely some trauma that some people need to heal. Also, I did start doing a Akashic Records reading. You can book it on my website if you want me to read your past life. But there is some deep, there definitely is some deep trauma, some deep love trauma in the heart space, and that's how we access to heal the records, by the way, through the heart space. So there definitely is some trauma in there, but it's almost like the stuff that's happened in past love relationships, it's like it's been a haunting. It's like you can't get it right for some reason, and any of the, not, I don't want to say any of the lifetimes, because there are lifetimes that you did get it right, but for some reason you're trying to catch something that you've had in your hand and it's just escaping. It's like smoke. It's like trying to catch love with your bare hands. And it just hasn't been working. But the reason why it hasn't been working, especially on this lifetime, is because you are not in the place to receive. You're just not in the place to receive it. So you're not going to be receiving it until you get your shit together. I mean, it's a fair game out here. Just saying. I do recommend working with Yamaya this week. I feel like some people might need to do like a spiritual bath. Go to the ocean if you are so lucky. If you are so lucky, go to the ocean. Do like a ritual or some sort of offering. I feel like some people, I mean, look, bottom of the deck, spend time in water. Like, hello. There is just a need for water, but like in a healing, like in a cleansing way. Like it's like a, oh my god, like when you go to your mom and you ask your mom for help, or you're asking her for advice or something, like the nurturingness of a mom. That's what a lot of people need this week. So that's definitely that Yamaya energy. Okay, 3 cards, bottom of the deck for this is time. There's definitely some past life stuff going on. So we got shadow, shift, and focus, which literally summarizes this whole reading as well. Shadow is really focusing on a lot of the darker aspects, the negativity, what we've been feeding into. This also relates to past lives as well, because there's stuff that haunts you from past lifetimes, and this love situation, this pain, this inability to hold love, try to grab it in the palm of your hands, like it's just been escaping you, and there's a reason why. So some people need to open the records this week. Then we have shift, and there's allowing things to move at their own pace. Wait for things to move. This is also interesting because this number is 9. That's, oh yeah. And this one is 43. 4 plus 3 is 7, which is Yamaya. And then we have focus, and this is very Sag energy, obviously, because of the bow and arrow. But focus really is about shifting your perspective, saying what needs to be said, really allowing things to develop, like the way, like whatever it is that you need to focus on right now, focus on it. But if what you need to focus on right now is this, focus on it. Because some of y'all need to heal this shit. There is some people that are really bitter. And I can see some earth signs going through this, but I can also see a lot of my water peoples, my water signs going through this. So people with a lot of heavy water placements are feeling it this week. My air signs too. This just, and all of the signs are going through it right now. The fire signs I feel like are doing a little bit better, but water, what are y'all doing? Air, what are y'all doing? Where's your focus at? What are you guys doing? What are you grounded in? What are you trying to heal? And if something is showing up, if something is showing up, why aren't you focusing on it so you can address it? Like nip stuff in the butt, nip it in the butt this week. Straight up when it comes through, when you see it, oh wow, wait, I felt bad that this person mentioned that while we were talking. Oh my god, okay, why did I feel bad? Why did it make me, why did it trigger something in me? What, like, question yourself. This is stuff that I do all the time at work, everywhere. I'm like, okay, this person said this, like, it really kind of messed me up a little bit. Like, why do I feel that way? And it's just about questioning yourself. It's about giving yourself the time to heal the way you need to heal. Okay? So I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe. We did hit 400 subscribers. I'm so happy. We're reaching 1,000 soon. I'm just letting you know. Mwah.